Hates
Oh,
Poshmark.
yeah.
Tell us about
Uh,
it.
Poshmark had some
cancellations.
problems. Poshmark was rocking and rolling, and they were on fire for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Like
And then a couple
37%
things
of your sales.
Yeah,
Poshmark.
yeah. They were doing better. I mean, Poshmark's my secondary platform. eBay is my main still is my main platform. I used to always say, "Oh, I'm an eBay seller who happens to sell on Poshmark," and now I'm just a reseller who sells on Poshmark and eBay,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because my Poshmark sales had been increasing. A couple of days ago, Poshmark, everybody woke up and everybody's pictures were messed up on desktop.
Yeah.
I haven't even checked mine at all.
I haven't either. I have
I
mine
don't sell on
still on
Poshmark.
vacation
So, like,
mode.
what happened to the pictures? What were wrong with the pictures?
So I believe every marketplace is a 1-to-1 ratio, square photos, right? Poshmark, back at PoshFest in September, made a little announcement that we're going to be changing to, I think it's 4:5 ratio, whatever your camera default setting is. And that was it. People were like, yay. And then we never heard of it again. And people woke up last week and their square pictures were all like the arms were cut off and you could only see the middle of the shoe on desktop. Everybody was like, I don't know what's wrong with my pictures. Everything's wrong. It wasn't happening on app. Everybody woke up the next day and it was back to normal. There was no word from Poshmark about why that happened or why they rolled it out without an announcement or without being able to show your entire photo. Something else happened. What else happened?
Didn't they say like something like where you couldn't use third-party tools?
Well, that's always been a thing. There was something else smaller that happened earlier this week, and
that
dang
was another
it,
conspiracy theory. Well, did you get kicked off? Did you get weren't you booted off of Poshmark? So got email after email after email.
Yeah. Something else. They did away with bulk sharing.
So
on Poshmark, the default search setting, like when you go into Poshmark and there's no way as a buyer to set your search setting, if you go in and do any search on Poshmark, whether it was desktop or app, the default search was just shared, which means that, and it's almost always been this way, to where Poshmark created a platform of social selling. They wanted people active, they wanted people to share, and those that shared got a better ranking in search. This is kind of a monster that they created. Bots came along, share tools came along, and Poshmark said, we do not allow any third-party tools. They don't specify cross-listing, they don't specify bots, it is third-party, period. So they created an environment that rewards sharing. Sellers went to share bots to gain search spots,
visibility,
right? I'm about to share mine right now.
And then a week or two ago, Poshmark silently rolled out without telling anybody. Now it's relevance. The default search is relevance.
Which is what it probably should have been to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah. But they were a social selling platform. They wanted people to be on and sharing and like, oh, this person just shared this because it's popular. And that was way back when it was just this little social selling site and women swapping clothes, which is what they were initially started as years ago.
Right.
Fast forward to today, that's just not the environment of Poshmark. So they search to relevance. Some sellers are like, hey, but that's not right because we think that the algorithm sucks. And I searched for a pair of black socks and I got a purple hat in the number one search slot. I don't know.
Wrong. I agree with that.
I will say from my experience, the day after that change, my sales went up. So, however, and they've been up, and before we get into what happened a couple days, yesterday, the day before, my sales were great. Probably on track to have my best month ever on Poshmark. So we went to Relevant, and not only that, then Poshmark secretly took away the bulk sharing tool because there was a way to go onto Poshmark, select all your listings, and have them bulk share. You could do it by category. You could do it by however you wanted to bulk share your items to your followers. And that was Poshmark's way of saying, hey, you don't need a third-party tool. You can do it right on our site.
Yeah.
So they did away with it on the app.
Mm-hmm.
So people were like, hey, you can do it on desktop. I honestly can't tell you whether or not that's still that way. I don't know if it's still available on desktop because
you've had other fish frying, haven't you?
Yeah, because I've been fighting Nazis and eBay ads. There
you go.
I don't know.
You're our
but
hero, Liz.
You know what? I don't even. It just personally pissed me off. It set me
hit a
off.
nerve.
Anyway, yeah. Anyways. But let's see. Yeah, the bulk share tool is still on desktop. The problem with that is the CAPTCHA is like every third listing, you have to solve a CAPTCHA. So you have to sit here and watch and go. And that's kind of why people use third-party share bots.
Right.
Guilty. I don't personally know anybody that doesn't use one. Honestly.
I don't currently use one.
Okay, well there you go. Currently. Are you selling on Poshmark still?
So I have had my store on Time Away since they had their little hiccup with all their other problems. And I was like, I don't want to deal with that right now. So I've had it on Time Away. And I had been using Prime Lister. And then they had some issues. So I was like, I'm just going to put a pause on some of this just so that I can get through the drama and then I'll revisit.
Right.
I just shared mine on Vendu right now.
Yep.
Just to do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Spite.
For the first time I shared my closet in like a month and a half.
I set mine up this last week. So to share like 4 or 5 times during the day.
Yeah.
Nothing's happened yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Story of my Posh store. It's dead and in the ground.
Right? Yeah.
It's sharing like that activity. I'm telling you, it's you. It's important. Even my take on it is like they did away with the sharing on the app or the bulk share tool, which a lot of sellers used. And, I'm like, yeah, but now search is relevance. But Poshmark also came out and said, but activity matters too. Answering questions, responding to offers, sending offers, doing bundle deals, sharing, participating in party, all of that matters. So, of course, sharing is still a part of that algorithm that helps you out, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't made any changes. The other morning, I woke up and my Instagram was just blown up. Every story, every post was, I'm banned from Poshmark and all but 5 listings are gone. 90% of my inventory has been deleted. There's nothing in my closet. I had 4,000 listings.
Ooh.
No announcements, no changes. And so as I was sitting here looking, I was just trying to gather like what's going on, what's happening. And, the pattern that I saw was, okay, people are getting 15, 25, up to 50 emails saying you've shared too many items, you've delisted a lot of items. So that was a problem that happened a month or 2 ago that got a lot of people in trouble because they do not want you delisting your items off of the platform.
I don't want to, they wouldn't want you to sell something that wasn't there too, though.
Yeah.
I know. They're like, leave your items on.
Do you want them to sell and then go, oh, sorry, we got to cancel the sale?
Yes, that's exactly what they want.
Right.
Yeah. They want to tease a buyer saying, hey, look what I used to have.
Right. Because they want things. So that was a really hot topic, a month or 2 ago. And then it kind of died down. I'd see a little bit here and there. I think they were a little bit aggressive with it. I know I got a warning and suspension and they were throwing out numbers like you listed this many and delisted this many. I'm like, no, I didn't. And what do you want me to? I'm like, I'm sorry. I sold 150 things on eBay and I only sold 50 with you. That's a you problem, not a me problem.
Right.
You want me to cancel 150 sales to really like piss your buyers off? They're like, oh, sorry, it was an accident. You're reinstated. And that's what they did with everybody. Right. And then they kind of throttled out. And then the other day, everybody woke up to like 50 repeat emails, 20 repeat emails. In the middle of me looking at all of this, I'm like, man, no, my listings are all still there. Da, 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 da. I went and looked at my active listings and I'm like, I should have like over almost 1,500 active listings. Why do I only have 900? And then I got a warning email, and then I got another warning email, and then I got a suspension email.
Boom, 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 boom.
I was like, all at 10:53 a.m. So it wasn't like they were watching it. They just sent him out.
Was active.
Right. So long story short, I got suspended. I think I went down to like 810 listings at the lowest point. There was an absolute community freakout, meltdown, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? Because nobody knew what was going on.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, because people are like, there's no way that people could be getting this many emails and this many people getting suspended.
Yeah.
Something's going on. Poshmark went to somebody found it on their update status that, hey, we're investigating a problem of deleted listings and suspensions. Then it started swirling around the community. Well, it must be a third-party listing tool. If you use this tool, then whatever. And then and it's back and forth, right? And I don't know. We can get into it if you want. I don't want to, because it's unfounded legally. So you're not going to hear it coming out of my mouth because I don't want to get sued.
So you're thinking that there's certain cross-listing? What
the rumor in the community is there's a particular third-party tool that got hacked and caused this.
Oh, they think it got hacked. I thought
what kind of third-party tool?
Like a sharing service.
Cross-lister, a sharer. It's like an all-in-one cloud-based sharing.
Do we know which one they say the rumor is?
I can tell you that Prime Lister put out a statement that said it was Posh Sidekick. So I will just tell you what I saw on the internet. I'm not going to say that that's what it was. I will tell you that Prime Lister said it was Posh Sidekick.
So Prime Lister is throwing Posh Sidekick under the bus.
I can only tell you, I don't know.
Allegedly.
I don't know.
I bet it's Prime. I bet you it was Prime Lister.
I mean, Prime Lister is the one that also was creating fake listings and putting them in people's Posh account to gain the algorithm without users' knowledge, which they later admitted and apologized for. I don't use them. I have no idea. I've never used them. I have no good or bad about them. A lot of people use them, love them, and continue to use them. So
I mean, I have used them before, and they shared the snot out of my closet, and I had great sales. No, I just don't. I'm just not on Poshmark enough now to justify it. But I did see that your post about whether or not it was third party, and they're like, yeah, don't use the third party tools. And then at the same time, they're saying, hey, thanks for sponsoring our event. So talking out of both sides.
eBay's terms of service. So Poshmark actually did put out a statement and said, we're investigating this, and we believe it was because a third party tool. They did not name it. We think maybe that's not the exact wording, but it was. They were not blaming, but they were saying we might possibly be thinking kind of allegedly that it was a third party tool. Of course, they're not going to come out and say it was them because they have no proof.
Yeah.
Poshmark's stance is no third party tools, period. We don't care if they're cloud-based. We don't care if you're just using it to cross it. Third party tool is against our terms of service. Also, Poshmark, they will take all the sponsorship money of third-party tools and announce them at PoshFest and let them come to their events. So which one is it, Poshmark?
Wow.
Do you not allow third-party tools, or do you allow them so much that you're going to take their sponsorship money, let them set up a booth at your biggest annual conference and promote them?
They're like, get out of here with that logic. Get out of here with your logic.
I don't understand Poshmark's stance. They want. So here's my thing. This is Liz. Poshmark would not be half as successful as they are today without the help of bots. I will tell you right now, I would have never started selling on Poshmark if it wasn't for a third-party tool. And I've used 4 different third-party tools, and they've all worked across list just fine, right? So it doesn't matter which one you use or what the safety level of it is. A third-party tool is a third-party tool, and on the Poshmark terms of service, they're not allowed. I don't know anybody who's sitting there manually doing Poshmark from another site. It's rough. It's rough. That's seeing like me, like almost 40% of my sales are Poshmark, right? So Poshmark would not be as successful as they are without these tools.
Yeah.
The more sales they make, the more money they make. 20%. Come on.
So Liz,
if they got rid of tools, they'd lose money.
What are you using to share your closet now?
I use Sidekick.
Okay.
I've used Sidekick for like 4 years now.
How often are you sharing your closet? Like
they do it randomly throughout the day. There's no set. They toggle it based off of what they feel, but up to 9,000 a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's always
I have my closet clear out automated. I don't automate offers because I like to do them on a 1-by-1 basis.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of bundles. So because of my multi-quantity items, a lot of like items, I like to do bundle offers, and I like to do them personally. It takes more time, but not as much time as sharing every single item bit by bit.
Yeah. That was my whole issue with Poshmark to begin with, is I don't I don't want to be social in that respect. I don't want to sit there and share all the time.
Yeah,
well, here's my thing. When that happened, and they're like, oh, a third-party tool. And I'm like, you know what? If they do away with bots, I'm done with Poshmark because I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Sure. Like, I will give up Poshmark because at the end of the day, I'll give you this. I hear sellers, and I'm guilty of it too. I just said it earlier. 60% eBay, 40% Posh, 38% Posh, 2% Mercari, right? But we'll just say 60-40. Who's to say that if I were to give up Posh, that I wouldn't have the same exact numbers only on eBay? There's no way to know unless you give it up. Because who's to say that the pair of boots that I sold this morning I had an active offer on eBay this morning. Who's to say somebody wouldn't have come in an hour and purchased it? You just don't know. Right?
Yeah.
So without a bot, I'm not using Poshmark, period. End of story.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Poshmark's either going to have to totally ban bots, all of them, or they're going to have to come up with a program like eBay. eBay allows third-party tools. They have a standard for third-party tools. They promote third-party tools on their site. Vendu just got a gold standard award from eBay. They were just invited to eBay headquarters because they are compliant. They're doing the satisfaction rate that eBay wants. eBay monitors their third-party tools. Poshmark should do the same.
Agreed.
Or they just do away with the freaking madness of all of it, right? But we still need to be able to cross-list, right?
Right.
So I don't know. So anyways, turns out, I emailed. So in my thing, Poshmark's like, you've listed X amount and you've delisted this amount. You need to keep the items on the site for at least 61 days. And I emailed them back. I'm like, my numbers prove different. I track my numbers. That's not how many I listed, and that's not how many I delisted.
I would have emailed back and just been like, man, shut up.
That's what I did, right? And then I erased it, and then
you mad typed real quick, and then
yeah. And then we're
ran
like,
what was their response? Were they?
No, of course. I mean, it was just an entire dumpster fire that day. What day was that? That was Sunday. It was Sunday because I remember I was so mad and I sent out that email and I had to go to Denver to get my husband from the airport and drive back. And I threw my laptop in my bag and I'm like, I'm going to speed up to Denver, get there early, sit at the airport for an hour, have a cup of coffee, wait for him, come home and deal with it. And things happened and I got it to the airport. So I spent like 3 hours in traffic and I
Ooh,
couldn't touch
plenty
it.
of time to sit and stew about everything.
I
Yeah, get more
was. I was
mad.
trying to figure it out, and it's not like I could like sit there and read my phone. You know, I don't have
Yeah.
self-driving car. You know, it's like so I was
yet.
out of pocket.
I hope
But,
I don't think the road rage probably added to that rage you already had.
well, there was an incident, and I had to call CSP, and my brand new car got all scratched up on the drive, and
Oh,
that's a
yeah,
whole other
I did
story.
see that in your story.
What is CSP?
Colorado State Patrol.
Okay.
There was a truck in front of me, a road sign blew out of the back, hit my hood, hit my windshield. I got him to pull over. He pulled over. I was like, dude, your sign hit my car. And he jumped in and took off.
Have you found him yet?
Well, it was a company vehicle, and I have very clear pictures, and I have a very great state trooper that has emailed me and called me. So
Well, he's getting
that's
fired.
great.
That guy's getting fired.
I told him, I said, at the
that
end of
guy
the day,
didn't go back to
I can
work.
fix my car. It could have been a whole lot worse. We see
Mhm.
nasty accidents on I-25
Oh,
all the time. As a matter of fact, coming home, we got stopped in 2 massive wrecks just on the 65-mile drive home. So it could have been a lot worse. My car got a couple scratches. At the end of the day, it's just a car. It's just scratches. I'm safe. Everybody was safe, blah, 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 blah. But he took off. So guess what? You're going to get charged with a hit and run, and I'm not letting up because I'm mad. Because thanks, eBay and Poshmark, for putting that anger in my gut.
It's your fault.
Somebody,
this guy's going to suffer for it.
So, but on the way home, we stopped and my husband got a drink, and I was checking my email. I got reinstated.
Oh, yay. Yes.
I was like, yes. I was like, but now I got to figure this out when I get home. So I got reinstated. At the end of the day, Poshmark's like, it was a third-party tool. We think it was a third-party tool. Here's my thing. I'm still missing a couple of listings, and I actually sold something Sunday night that sold a week prior. So now I'm questioning and Poshmark was able to restore almost all but like 10 of my listings. I've only found 9 missing listings. I'm not even going to worry about it. It'll figure itself out. It'll sell on eBay. But I sold something that sold a week prior. So how far back did they go in reinstating listings, and which ones of mine are gone? Or I will give this. I cross-list. I have not had a duplicate sale in nearly 2 years. Okay. I have not had to cancel a listing because, oops, I missed it.
Yeah.
There's a small percent that happened, but what are the odds? I haven't oversold anything in 2 years.
Yeah.
What are the odds that it got caught up in that? I can't prove it, so I'm not even posting about it or anything, right? But it puts a doubt in my mind, like how many things in my closet are duplicates.
Are you going to have to go like inventory or do anything like that?
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
That's going to take way too long.
I'm not. I've got 1,500 listings. I'm not doing that. And that's so I've got over 2,000, but because the multi-coin, I'm not even going to worry about that. eBay wasn't affected. They'll sell on eBay. But if they're saying, a third-party listing tool got hacked and they deleted all your listings, if they were deleted, Poshmark, how did they reappear in my closet? How far back did you go?
Ooh.
Why are you blaming a tool that you would gladly take their money for if they were to pay you a $2,000 sponsorship tomorrow?
I'm sure you'll get a full explanation tomorrow on an email.
Yeah,
oh, absolutely. Knowing Poshmark, they will act like this never happened next week.
No, they'll have graphs and charts and explanations and a roadmap and everything. It's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, some people are like, but it was this third-party listing tool. And some people are like, I've never used it and I got suspended, or I don't use them. And then some people are like, but did you ever sign up for a trial 152 years ago? I don't know. All I know is I put a story up on Instagram and I said, if you have ever used them, ever, or if you currently use them, or if you got suspended, do you use them, or have you ever signed up for an account for them?
You may be entitled to compensation.
Right. Call this lawyer. No, but over 60% said they've never used them. Is there going to be an error for people that forgot? Of course there is.
Yeah.
Is there going to be, maybe they mistook or didn't read the whole thing? Of course, but 70%? It was like 68%. I'm having, and I will, Kristen knows this because her and I have talked extensively. I will never throw my full force behind any third-party tool ever again. Period. Full stop. I will say what I use, and that if this fits your needs, sure, I'll recommend it. But I'm not going to throw my full endorsement behind any one tool.
Because you might get kicked off.
You might get kicked off. And you know what? I do it again.
There we go.
I'll fucking do it again.
There you go.
Do it again.
Well, guys, Liz, thank you so much for coming on and explaining all this. This is a lot of information, but I'm super curious to know what everyone thinks. So put down the questions down in the comments. Did you guys get kicked off of the Poshmark? Did you ever use a third-party cross-listing platform and still got kicked off? I'm just wanting to hear what all the people have to say about that. So, Liz, where can the people find you if they don't already know?
I am mostly on Instagram at Colorado Reworn.
There we go.
Yes, she is.
There we go. Well, guys, thank you all so much for listening, watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave it down in the comment below, hit the thumbs up, all the things, because it does help the podcast. And like always, my name is Ray.
I'm Kristen.
I'm Joe.
I'm hungry. I'm about to go eat.
There we go.
Okay.
We'll catch you guys on the flip side. And his name is Gil, channel member.
Yeah, welcome.
We'll
join the membership.
There we go.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
See y'all.
He was in mid-sentence. You